just to recap last chapter, we talked about all the 4 quadrants, right? Sine, cosine, tangent, and all the angles, and then the 4 quadrants. Then the key thing was to find the basic angle, and then after that, determine whether it's a positive or negative value. That's how we know which quadrant it is. All right, so I saw some of your work. You can see the comments. I make most comments on Wenping's on the sheet as an example. Not that he did badly. Of course, the answers are all there. But I just put all the comments there that you can refer to. That.
So chapter 11 is the last chapter already, right?
Chapter 12 is the last chapter. So chapter 11 is quite a long chapter. I have to break it into 2 parts.
So if once we finish already, then still got BM, right? Like recap on here.
Yeah, once we finish already, what we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of practice paper because the exam, the questions are a bit more difficult.
Wow.
For example, I went through with your chapter 10, you all feel that it's very easy. So the next question is, perhaps in the test you have 0 to 720 degrees. Then you have to go another round, right? And then what if there's a square root, negative number? You have to consider all 4 quadrants.
So which chapter are we tested on?
We are tested on all 12 chapters.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh crap.
So the best way is when we are done and we do meet up back in class, we're going to do a lot of practice papers. So that's where I know which are the topics that some of you are especially weak in. And then I will actually get some of you to stay back and practice more on that particular topic. So once I get a gauge, I will do more topical. So far, chapter 10, any problems? Leonard, are you okay? Can learn how to find basic angle or not? Can't hear you. So the previous session, the part where I do the explanation and then you do the practice, I already recorded, so you can refer to that video. So in the drive, there's some video links that you can click on it. I won't bore you to go through some of the video tutorials, so you can look at it in your own time. Okay, so far okay?
Yep.
So today we are going to have chapter 11. We're going to break it up into 2 parts. So part A and part B. So today I just want you to remember 2 things, like what is sine rule and what is cosine rule, how to apply them. Okay, can you all recall what is sine rule? Let me go to the...
I don't know, I only can do, I cannot say that. I don't know how to say it for me.
Yeah.
A over sine A equals B over sine B.
Yeah, A over sine
yeah.
I see if I can share screen for that. Equals to B over sine B. All right, so I'm just going to go through the derivation. The derivation is a little bit boring. So previously we had Picasso, right? Picasso, we know the condition is if it's 90 degrees, right? So imagine you have 2 angles side by side. And then from there, you know that sine A is equals to H over B. Okay? Hypotenuse, sine A, opposite over hypotenuse. And then you can derive H equals to B sine A. Then after that, sine B is actually equals to H over A. You combine them together and you get the sine rule. So that's the derivation part. Okay? So if we move on, we can also derive this A over sine A equals to B over sine B equals to C over sine C. So in order to use the sine rule, these are the conditions. Is there an easy way? My question is there an easy way for you to spot when you will use the sine rule? Let's ask Leonard. Is there an easy way that you can remember the sine rule? Like the moment you see the picture, you know this one is sine rule, not cosine rule.
Cosine rule is, oh wait, never mind, no, you answer.
I actually not sure. I see that, I just do one. I don't really think that much.
Okay.
Cosine rule is like they never give the length, right? They give only angles, right?
No, the length.
Sine rule, sine A.
Length.
They give one angle, I think.
Okay.
Is it right angle triangle?
They give you 3 info.
Yeah, 3 info. Sine rule give 3 info. Okay, let me write down some of the suggestions that you all have how to identify the sine rule. So Brandon, who is it said 3 info? Who mentioned 3 info? So what is the 3 info? The first one?
The length.
The length. Some more?
The angle.
Some more? Another length?
Yeah. Yeah,
Another length and angle. Is it?
yeah, I think so.
Okay, so but cosine rule also got 2 lengths.
Yeah.
So the question is, where is the information of the length that's given, right? Okay, so maybe, yeah. So the I have one suggestions lah. So imagine if you look at this diagram, right? Imagine the angle is here. This is the angle that's given. So this fellow is playing, I don't know, he's playing tennis or badminton. So he smashed the ball here. Then this value is given. Then the ball bounced off here. This value is also given. So 1 angle and 2 lengths, or 2 angles and 1 length. So he smashed the ball here, the ball come up here, or the ball roll down here. So in these scenarios, we use the sine rule. Okay? Confusing or not? I hear some of you giggling.
Well, if they give 2 lengths and 1 angle.
Yeah. So in this scenario,
Sorry.
2 lengths,
Okay, yeah,
1
I see.
angle.
Yeah.
Then you use the sine rule.
Or if they give 2 angles and 1 angle.
Okay. Then the cosine rule is when they have 2 lengths sandwiching the angle. So this is say 3 meter and 2 meter and 1 angle.
Sandwiching the angle.
Can you find?
So last time I always remember crocodile. This is a crocodile teeth.
Do like roll down.
Roll down. So the length is given here. So the teeth represents the info lah. The teeth represents the info. Sorry, this one, that's how I said 3 meters. So this one is 2 meters, right? So this one is 30 degrees. So you just remember crocodile. The teeth, the info here, and the info here. So ugly, sorry. Okay, so you have 2 info, and then you sandwich the angle. You use cosine rule. Okay, so suppose like that, do you use cosine rule? So I come up with different scenarios, then you all tell me which rule you all use. How about this? Let's ask Wenping. Wenping, are you there or Wenping?
Yeah.
Get back to your computer.
Yeah.
This one you use what rule?
3 meter, 2 meter one.
This one. What rule?
You won't be use Tanjong rule.
Yeah, I want to say Tanjong Rule. Cosine.
Cosine,
Yeah, cosine.
Okay, so the information here, I draw the teeth here. So the crocodile is here.
What, reverse crocodile?
Reverse crocodile. So 1 angle,
Sounds wrong.
size, cosine. Okay, I give you one more. One more scenario. So we got two ways suggestions It's just suggestion. I don't know if you can see. One is crocodile, and then one is play tennis or play badminton. Okay. So this fella, his angle is here. He smacked the ball up. Then there's one info here. Or he smacked the ball up. The thing got stuck here. The angle is given. Or he smacked the ball, but the ball rolled down. The angle is here. Right? The info is given. Okay, let's try different scenarios to identify whether we use sine rule or cosine rule. All right? Okay, this one is for Eden.
Why?
So one angle is given, another angle is given, and then this one is 3 meters. Sine rule or cosine rule?
Sine rule. If you want to find the opposite of the sine.
Okay, so this one is 30 degrees. This one is 45.
So you do the sine over 45.
Yeah.
Then equals to 3 over
Sine
30.
30. Yeah. So this angle will be say B lah.
Okay, so
B
3
over
over
sine
30
45.
equals to B over sine 45. Yeah, correct.
45 degrees. Okay, so we got one unknown that we can find. So by the way, do y'all know when to put A, B, and C? If you look at the book. Let's
yeah.
call out to
I
Brandon.
thought normally they will give one.
Yeah, but there's a convention lah. So this one is angle A.
Last time secondary school anyhow name once, yeah. But my math still got 3 though.
Sorry.
What? No lah, it's just that last time I keep failing math. That's it.
So this angle C. Angle C will be big lah, big letter C. Then this one small c. Okay? So it's always the opposite lah. Okay, opposite. Okay, Brandon, are you there? Brandon, are you lost already?
What the?
Mr. Brandon. Okay, let's come up with other scenarios. I think Brandon went back to play game. Let's come up with other scenarios.
He go toilet.
Mr. Dion. Are you there, Mr. Dion?
Yeah.
We are given angle A and angle C. And then we are given this side, 3 meters. So how to find C? Which rule?
Sine rule. So what? So it's C over sine. Oh wait.
Small letter C or capital C?
Small letter C over sine ACB, which I don't know what it's
Just tell
called.
me the angle lah.
Never labeled.
Sine C lah. Sine angle C lah. Okay. Then
Okay. And then yeah, A and then oh wait, no, 3 meter and then
yeah, 3
wait,
meter.
why am I so B.
Yeah. 3 meter over sine B. Oh, I know what is sine B. I only given sine A, which is 30 degrees, and sine B.
Okay lah, so 3 meter over sine B and A lah.
Yeah, A and. But this one is not given. I just want to find sine C. So what I can do is you find the angle B lah. And what is angle B?
Angle B is
180 minus 30 minus 85.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Angles of the triangle.
Angles of triangle. So this one is so that will be 180, 35, 100, 35, 65. Correct? So this one, which rule will you use, Zhang Li? Which rule? Sine rule or cosine rule? 我觉得要用什么 rule
Sine Rule.
You always have one angle sandwiched by two lengths given to you. You will always use the
Cosine.
Cosine Rule.
okay. So remember, you have two lengths. Like you have a crocodile, the teeth, the angle. Then you use the cosine rule, 对吗？ So cosine rule 是什么？ So we go back to the lesson. Okay, so you refer to the text,
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Then I do the question.
Later we will practice the question. Now I just want you to identify which rule do you use.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go back to practice the question.
All right.
Page 13. Let's try 13A. Can we start doing question 13A? Everybody refer to
show you.
yeah, this one is inside the text in the course notes, or you can refer to the soft copy.
就then 做完了。
做完了 present 咯，你做第一题可以吗 ？Royston，
这可以选的话不可以了。
你选 13A 可以吗
page 13啊。
page 13A。
可以啊，随便都行。怕 AA 啦，其他的我害掉了。
OK， 可以。
Yeah.
So I will go through 1A again. So 1A, do you use the sine rule? Royston, do you use the sine rule?
Yeah.
So okay, we have A over sine A equals to B over sine B equals C over sine C. So we have the two angles given to us and the length. So from the equation, I can actually solve for B, right? So follow the convention, angle capital B, the length small letter b, and then we have the two angles. So we have 63.71, which is sine A over sine A, 56.29, equals to B over sine B, 97.06. So I solve for B, right? So the answer is in your notes. So basically, when you submit, I just take a look at your steps. So I have 76.1 degrees, sorry, 76.1 mm. Let me write the length. And then how do I find angle C? I can take 180 degrees minus the other two angles, 26.65 degrees. So far, okay?
Yep.
张力可以吗 Can follow?
可以。
So I will send this solution to you as well. All right. So next, I want to find the length C. How to find the length C? Knowing angle C, I can use the formula C over sine C equals to B over sine B. So C is actually 34.349. So we round off 34.35. Okay. All right, let's proceed on. Any questions? No questions?
This one must draw. Is it easier to solve if you draw the triangle out?
Yeah, so that's what we did. We draw the triangle.
Okay.
Then you can see, and because sometimes if you don't draw a triangle, you may accidentally put the wrong angle, like angle A, you go and put angle B inside. Then you have a different answer.
Okay.
So just now, we talked about playing tennis, right? So you smash the ball here, the ball gets stuck here, you use sine rule. You see a crocodile, you use a cosine rule. Okay, so all this is sine rule. Let's move on to 1B, 1C, 1D. So Jasper not around. So Yongjin.
Is it? He's still not online, right?
No, I don't see him. Yongjin, can you do 1B? Yongjin, can you do 1B or not?
Yeah.
Page 13. 你做 1B 啊 So
Yeah.
okay, so now the time is 20. How much time you all need? Joshua, can you do 1D? Ginny, you try 1C, and then how much time do you all need? 5 minutes enough?
Yeah, can.
60 degrees, and then C is equals to 6 meters. Now the units change, so meters. So sine B over sine C equals to B over sine B using the sine rule. So I can find angle C 180 degrees minus 100. So using the rule, I should get 3.92 meters for the length of B. All right. I can use the information here to use the sine rule again to solve for A. Right. So 6 over 0.98 over A over sine 60 should give me 5.28 meters. Okay, so far so good.
Yep.
So for 1D, using the sine rule again. So Royston was, we are using sine rule for all the questions. Not true, because later on in 1A to 1C, the second section, you'll be using cosine rule. But you also find out that actually some parts, after you solve with cosine rule, some parts you'll be faster if you use sine. Okay, depending on what the information that's available to you. So here, B over sine B is equal to A over sine A. So we have 40 meters over sine 30 degrees equals to 60 meters over sine A. Then we solve for A, which is 48.59 degrees. So moving on to find angle C. Since we know angle B and angle A, we just have to 180 degrees minus the total here. So 101.41 degrees. So that one, this will be 1D. Okay, 1D so far, okay?
Yep.
Anisha, okay, Anisha?
Yes.
All right, now we move on to cosine rule. So from the cos notes, right? C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. So bring the square over, becomes what? Square root. So A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. So an easy way to remember is think about a crocodile. You sandwich the angle with two information about the length. So length B is given 67 meters and length A is 45 meters. So we're using the cosine rule. We should be able to solve either for.
This one got, the cosine rule got the other one, right? The one which is like fraction, right? Like, you know, secondary school got
A square equals to B square plus C square. So I also put that formula inside your drive. So you can refer to the
okay.
Right, so I find
sure.
for C, which is 39.7 meters. So 1A. Okay. So of course I can also find the other sides B with the cosine, the angle A with the cosine rule. But I think you'll find that using the sine rule, moving on is easier. Okay. So can y'all try out 1A using cosine rule? This one no need to submit. I will go through. Yeah, this one no need to submit. I will go through.
Okay then.
Can Okay, so let me go through cosine rule. So one angle, two sides given. After we are done already, we find C 39.7 meters. You all get that? Same steps, just follow through with the formula. Of course, there are two ways to find A. You can use the tedious, which is cosine rule, to find A. So since the chapter, the section requires you to use the cosine rule, so you do it again. So do you get 40.6? Leon, do you get 40.6 degrees?
Yeah.
You use cosine rule or sine rule to find A.
Sine Rule.
Sine rule, because sine rule is much faster, because you only have a few options, and you already have the info, and then you just plug it in, you get 40.6 degrees. Either way, you will get the same value. Okay, so this is quite straightforward. To find angle B is very simple, right? The angles within the triangle all add up to 180 degrees. So just take 180 minus 35.40.6. Then you get 104.46 if you round up to 2 decimal points. Remember to put your unit, so 104.46 degrees. Anyone have any difficulty?
Life is complicated as usual.
Actually, I prefer this math to secondary school math. I don't know why. I mean, like it's the same math, but maybe like different.
Teacher.
Yeah, and environment.
Okay, I see.
Alright. So you have a different.
Wow, the circle thick.
So the 3 pitch is the angles, or
Oh, I know this one.
can
Unless they say the leg is not diameter lah.
So Royston, let me ask you, which one is the longer side?
Longer side.
61.37 在哪里？
Yeah lah, 61.37
will be here, right?
Yeah.
Second longest.
Second longest is the bottom one.
Hey, wait, so it should be the
It should be the bottom, the hypotenuse longest.
The bottom part longer.
Yeah, hypotenuse longest.
Because it's a
Bottom part
sandwich.
longer.
It's a sandwich. No, you want to eat it?
I'm hungry now,
Hungry.
I just eat one small bread in the morning.
I can get rid of the circle already, Royston. Royston,
Huh?
I removed the
What?
circle already.
Oh, okay.
So you have this part that is 41.82, right? Okay, so what rule will you use?
Cosine.
Cosine rule.
Sine rule. So say angle A. Right? And this one will be A. Then, so can you find?
So basically that whole thing is just a triangle.
Yes.
Oh, chey.
The circle.
Why they say find the pitch circle diameter?
It means the angles basically.
It's just to confuse you, bro.
I'm very confused. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's why they treat you, bro.
Oh,
gullible like that, man.
Okay.
You confused me.
So all go and Japeng already. Hungry, right?
Yeah, hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say this. Then I'll put
I don't
this.
know what to eat.
I'm going back to
You're going
sleep.
by a